synchronized consciousness with daylight. Because black people, I'm talking to black people, we are solar deities. Melanin is condensed sunlight. Our circadian rhythm, our cellular clock, our bio clock, our soul clock. You get your soul from the solar system, is in sync with the sun. And in the morning when the sun rises, it's the time of day is more important than what they let off. During sunrise, that's Kepra. Now that's the beetle. Now the Kepra beetle in the morning rolls the dung of the field, aka the feces of the animals, all right, to help clean the fields and carry out its other duties. I don't want to stay on the Kepra beetle too long. But long story short, the Kepra beetle is symbolic to just now coming into consciousness. It's symbolic to being an infant in consciousness. And this is where Tesla stole, and I'm using the word stole very strongly. This is where Tesla stole his inventions from, the Egyptians, because the African Egyptians mastered anti-gravitics and electromagnetism and levitation from studying the Kepra beetle. Because underneath the Kepra beetle's four wings, it has 4 wings, not 2. Underneath the Kepra beetle's 4 wings, it has Fibonacci-shaped spirals that allow it to actually levitate. So the Kepra beetle does not fly. It creates a electromagnetic field, just like Magneto on X-Men. And it flies based off altering its own biofield. So this is how the Egyptians discovered levitation with acoustic resonance. But they don't want to tell you that black people mastered this. They don't want to tell you that they stole plumbing from us. Everything you see in your house today, they stole it out of Egypt. They have flushing toilets and running water in Egypt. White people came and stole everything we showed them and then told us that we didn't invent shit. And I'm tired of the lie. But coming back to the Kepra beetle. The Kepra beetle is symbolic to being born into consciousness. So to people that's walking around sleep, you can basically say they've never come into the stage of Kepra. So it don't matter if you're 5 or 50. If you're not awakened to your own power in your mind, then you have never stepped into the stage of Kepra. Now let's assume you stepped into the stage of Kepra. After that becomes Ra. Ra is 12 o'clock. That's when the sun is at its zenith. That's when it's at its highest point in the sky. Now, Ra is symbolic to your teenage years of consciousness. So that's like when you think you know everything and you can't be told nothing, etc., etc. You stubborn. So we see a lot of adults stuck in Ra. We see a lot of elders stuck in Ra. Motherfuckers be 60 years old, think they know everything and be dumb as hell. They stuck in Ra. Now, when you pass Ra, you come into your adult stage, which is O-O-N. So that's afternoon. So that's after you get out of your teenage ways of thinking and you become a young man or a young woman and you start to apply your knowledge. And you're not really in your powerful state of wisdom yet, but you on your way to it. You on your quest. You in your hermit stage. Now, after you have Aten, which is the 4th stage of the sun. Now, that's the evening. Now, that's when you in your wisest state. So right now, I would be in Aten stage. Now, with that being said, boom, Aten is when you in your wisest stage. Is when you become a wizard. You in your wisdom. And then after Aten becomes Amen. That's when you go into death. So you should be in Aten for the majority of your life. You don't have to be 60 to be wise. As soon as your mind peak in intelligence and you gain wisdom, you should be increasing in your wisdom all the way until you go back to the creator, which is Amen, which means hidden. So they have the truth hidden from you in these monotheistic religions, which is why when you pray, you say Amen or Amen, because you hide in your own mind from yourself. You hide in your own eye of Horus from your own self. And I'm here to take you out of Amen and put you in Aten. But you got to go through the stages. You got to be willing to say, I don't really know what the fuck I'm talking about. You got to be willing to go to Kepra. You got to be willing to go to Ra. You got to be willing to go to and then you got to be willing to make your way to Amen. It's a stage. I had to go through. I put myself through. Y'all all watch me go from Ra to Aten. Y'all watch me grow into a grown ass man on the internet. Y'all seen when I was fiery in the beginning? I wasn't all the way I was wise, but I wasn't in my wisdom. Now I'm in my wisdom. My ancestors synchronized consciousness with daylight, because black people, I'm talking to black people, we are solar deities. Melanin is condensed sunlight. Our circadian rhythm, our cellular clock, our